Guys, welcome back to my channel. We're just going to get straight into it, going in with this Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist, just spritzing Chloe's face with that. And then we are moving straight onto the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to use as an eye base today. Now, quickly, I just want to say that Chloe is my model for today, and Chloe does have a YouTube channel as well, and she also has Instagram. I will leave them all down below so you guys can go and check out her stunning videos and her stunning Instagram photos. So I'm just taking my clean, damp beauty blender and just blending in that concealer, and then quickly setting it with just some RCMA translucent powder just before it gets a chance to crease, just so we have a nice smooth base for our shadows. Moving on to eyeshadow today, I'm going to use the Morphe 350 palette, and I'm going to take these two shades here, and I'm just going to start buffing that into her crease to make it look just absolutely stunning, guys. I'm obsessed with this look so much, and it did take me a while to do, so I did speed quite a lot of it up, but it's just kind of better off that way, I guess, rather than going on for, you know, a 30-minute tutorial. So I'm just taking a smaller, dense brush, taking those two same colors and putting that through her crease. Then I'm just going to whip out the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm just going to take the shade called Henna. This is my favorite eyeshadow color ever. And formula. It is amazing, guys. It is so amazing. So I'm just buffing that into the outer crease as well. I'm just going from light to dark, basically. You guys know the drill. That's what I love to do. So I'm just using that small brush with henna and putting that all throughout her crease. I think it looks so nice. It makes her eyes look so blue because Chloe does have nice blue eyes. It just really complements the eye color, and this is just my overall favorite look to do. So as you can see, I'm just going back in with a little bit more of those Morphe orange eyeshadows just to buff out henna a little bit more. And, oh, I just love it. Now, to darken that up a little bit, I'm just going to take Cocoa from the Huda Beauty palette once again, and I'm just going to put that down a little bit lower than I did with henna, because you don't want to lose henna in there. So I'm just kind of bringing it down lower and lower each shadow I go, the darker I get, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I'm just blending over that just to make sure it is all seamless and there are no harsh lines or anything like that. Then we're just going to be moving into a Black Truffle from the Huda Beauty palette. This is the most amazing black eyeshadow ever. Not only the pigment, but the formula of it is just amazing. Like, it's so blendable and it just doesn't look chunky ever. I've never had a problem with this black eyeshadow. Black eyeshadows used to scare me so much, but I found the one that I love the most. So then I'm just going to take a little bit more of Cocoa and just go over that black eyeshadow just to buff out that black to make sure it's completely seamless. You know what I'm like. Going back in and out with colors. It's just the way I love it. I think it just looks so, it just complements the whole makeup. Just looks absolutely stunning. And there's Bindi. She had to make an appearance. Taking the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue, I'm just going to prep her eyes with that, just with a small brush. So I'm focusing majority of the glue in the middle of the eyelid, and then I'm kind of taking what's left on the brush and kind of just dabbing it around the edges. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of making a line. Kind of a line. I don't know. You guys get the gist. Then I'm just taking the MAC Gold Glitter, and I'm just generously packing that all over her lid, and this is one of my favorite glitters ever. Just look at that. Are you serious? It looks stunning. I'm obsessed with this gold glitter. It's so beautiful. So I'm just putting that on her other eye also. And now we are moving on to the gel liner. So we're just going to do a wing on Chloe today. And to do that, I use the Malo Cosmetics Black Gel Liner. This is so good because it's kind of got a wet consistency. So it's really good to go over glitter or a pigment on your eyelid. Rather than using the Inglot Gel Liner or the Maybelline Liner, I feel like this is better because it's more wet, so it just glides over it and it doesn't get all chunky. If you, like, use glitter often, you know what I mean by chunky. Not nice. So as you can see, I'm just doing both of Chloe's wings on her beautiful little eyeshadow glittery eyes and bringing that all the way across the top of her lash line onto the inner corner just to join everything up, just so there's enough room for the lash to disappear into. So now I'm just taking a clean makeup wipe and just wiping off all of that glitter that's fallen on her face. Now we're moving into primer. This is the Kat Von D primer, and it is a good primer. I mean, I can't really tell if primers ever work, so I swear I say that in every single video. It's so hard to tell if primers work. One that I swear by is Professional because it literally does blur the skin. Okay, moving on to foundation. This is the Hourglass foundation stick, and Chloe is a friend, so she's not an actual client. I wouldn't actually use the direct stick on a client ever. I would scrape it off, put it on a palette, mix it up, and put it straight onto the skin. But yeah, so for foundation, if you are using this on a client, I would recommend doing what I just said. But because Chloe is a friend, we don't really care about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, someone's going to read me for that, but I honestly don't care because I've just done my little disclaimer, alright? So save it in the comments, hun. So I'm just blending that out with my damp beauty blender, making sure that is all seamless and absolutely stunning. Moving on to concealer, I'm just taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm actually taking 2 shades, so I put some of that one down. I'm like, it's not going to be loud enough. Like, I love a bright highlight. I don't know if Chloe does, but I do. And, I mean, I'm in control here, hun. So, I took some more of the Tarte Shape Tape, one of the lighter shades. I'll leave them both down below for you guys. And I'm just blending that out with my damp beauty blender. Oh, it just looks so good. I'm, like, obsessed with this look so much. And Chloe's got the most perfect face for this look ever. As you can see, I'm just doing underneath the eyes with that same concealer again, and then I'm just going on with a little bit of lighter concealer just to brighten that up, because if I use the lighter concealer all the way across, it would have been way too bright. So that's why I mix the two together. Then I'm just taking my damp beauty blender again and blending that all out. As you can see here, I'm just speeding up the process a little bit because who wants to sit through 20 minutes of blending concealer? Thank you. Am I right though? Am I right though? By the way, excuse my fake tan on my arm. It looks so horrendous. It was like the 3rd day of having it. Anyway, moving on to baking. We are taking the trusty No Color Powder by RCMA. So good. I actually tried to buy the RCMA foundation the other day because apparently it's really good, but I didn't get around to it. So I need to get that. Need to get my hands on that because if this powder's so good, the foundation has to be just as good. So I'm also baking her nose, and I think she was a bit shocked of how much powder I was putting on, but that's okay. Then just setting the rest of her foundation with the Australis Fresh and Flawless in darkest brown, I think it was, and just dusting off the nose bake there. And we're leaving the eye bake on for a while until we do underneath the lash line. So for the waterline and underneath the lash line, I'm just taking the Mallow Cosmetics Black Gel Liner, popping that in there, and then I'm going to be taking a little tiny brush and smoking that down with the Black Truffle from the Huda Beauty palette. Now, this is a bit of a process because it's constantly going back in with shadows, blending that one out, going in, blending that one out. And I did go down super, super, super low with this shadow, so it's super duper duper smoky, but I loved the look in the end. I think it looks so, so nice. Just dramatic, clubby, like, going out makeup. I just love it. As you can see, I'm just going back in with Cocoa, Black Truffle, Henna. I just go back in and out with them until it just looks good. Then I'm just dusting off the under eye bake, and then I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of Henna and just blend all of that out to make sure it is so blended and super, super duper smoky. And then I'm just going to take that orange shade from the Morphe 350 palette and just blend it out and down even more. Look at that. Look how smoky it is. I love it. Now we're just doing a little bit of mascara. That was Chloe's mascara, hence why I'm not using a disposable mascara one. Please don't read me. And for lashes, we are using Lily Lashes Miami. These are my favorite lashes ever. I do have a discount code. I will leave it down below for you guys and on the screen right now if you are interested. So I'm just cutting those lashes, putting some glue on, and I did use the Tarte eyelash glue. It's quite good. It just takes a long time to dry, but it's very, very strong. Yes, Chloe, you better work. Now taking the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in Tantric, I think it is. I'm just bronzing up her face. Don't know why I bronze first when I figured out the other day that contouring before bronzing doesn't let it go muddy. But honestly, the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Bronzer and the combination of that with Hoola Benefit is seriously stunning. Thank you. It's just so nice. So I'm just contouring her face with the Hoola bronzer. Chloe doesn't need much contouring. She has such a nice defined face, cheekbones, jawline, everything like that. So I just did a little bit of contouring. Moving on to the brows, we are using the Tarte Waterproof Gel Pomade, I guess. This is in Ash Blonde, I think it was. And I'm just putting a little bit through her brows. We're not making them too Instagrammy. We're just kind of filling in the natural shape because she already has a really nice natural shape on her eyebrows. So I'm just filling that in, as you can see right here, doll. Moving on to blush, we are just taking the Sweet Peach blush from Too Faced. It's so, so pretty. I forget the shade of this one, but I will leave it down below. I'm just popping a little tiny bit on Chloe's cheeks just to bring back a little color to the face rather than just having bronzer, and I think it looks so good. Like, just that little touch of color, amazing. Spritzing the face with a little bit of Fix Plus just to prep for the highlighter. This is the Tarte Exposed Highlight. Oh my god, this is amazing. If you are looking for like a new highlighter or something like that, this is so pretty. Just wait until you see until she turns to the side. You guys will shit. Look at that. Like, are you kidding me? And that's only a tiny bit of highlighter that I've put on. Like, you could pack that on and really intensify it. And it really suits Chloe's skin tone as well. It just suits everything about this whole look. Everything just came together in the end. And I'm literally so happy with this look. I'm obsessed with it. It's one of my favorite client tutorials I've ever done. I'm just taking a little bit of that also under the brow bone to make that pop a little bit more. And I think I did sweep a little bit on the inner corners as well. Yes, I did. I was correct. Thank you. For lips today, we are using Jeffree Star Cosmetics Celebrity Skin, and I'm just applying that around the outer edges of her lips. I actually saw Lipstick Nick and Jeffree do this the other day. She put Celebrity Skin around the edge, and then I'm nude in the middle with a little brush. Like, a lot of people do that at the moment, but not with a brush, and I feel like with a brush you can get more in there, and it's like more defined, and it's just like more stunning. So then I'm just taking I'm Nude by Jeffree Star, popping that in the center, and that is pretty much it. This is the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a massive thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye! See ya!